Hey friends, thank you for joining me today. I've got three Valentine little golden book junk journals to share with you. And these will be in my Etsy shop tonight today is February 5th. And they will be in my shop at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. And this is my third attempt at trying to do this YouTube video. So thank you for bearing with me. If you read my Instagram post last night, my YouTube video didn't turn out yesterday. Instagram wouldn't load a flip through video, so I decided to just start over today. So that's what I'm doing, and this is already my second attempt at doing this YouTube video. I think I've got it figured out good enough for right now, so I hope this works out. Because I really wanted to share the insides of these for anybody that may be interested in them, since they're going to be in my shop tonight. No matter how these videos turn out, these are going to be in my shop tonight. So all three journals are the same in most respects. They all three have 194 pages. So they are the biggest journals that I've made. And they all have the same vintage ephemera. They come with 45 pieces of ephemera, vintage ephemera, and 33 pieces of scrapbook ephemera. So lots and lots of things that you can use to decorate your journals and journal on different pieces too, to add to your pages. They all have the same exact charm tassel. So I will share some information about that in this video here, or in this on this journal here. So I'm getting all my numbers mixed up. I think there's 23 charms on here, and they all have this little flocked bear and just a variety of different types of beads. There's gumball beads and resin beads, acrylic. These little candies are really cute. They're like little iridescent wrapped candies. There's a little chocolate charm and a little candy packet and a puffy heart. There's silver charms. So a lot of different finishes and sizes of charms on there. And they both, or all three, have the yarn. It's a mix of vintage and new. The pink is new, but the others are vintage. And some ribbons too. So Shy Little Kitten got this vintage Hallmark gift wrap that I think is so pretty on the spine. And all three journals have this rose fabric on the back. So let's see the inside. And there's some more of that vintage gift wrap on the inside covers. And then I'll just take you through and do a flip through of each one. Like I've been doing in my last few journals, I put all the ephemera just kind of in pockets and some tuck spots and in little bags. So the person that buys these has complete flexibility, so they can customize the journal however they would like. So all the little bits kind of move around. And there's just a big variety of pieces that you can journal on, or there's smaller pieces that you can use to decorate. This is a tuck spot with a little printed Valentine. There's printed Valentines in here, and there are some actual vintage Valentines too. This is from the Better Homes and Gardens, one of their gardening binders. And some ledger paper, all different kinds of ledger paper, different weights and finishes on that. All the books have some little Red Riding Hood book page pockets on them. I just love the red, that really deep, pretty red. And they have a felt heart trim on the pocket too. And there's lots of writing paper. Here's some more of the one of the little Valentines that are so cute. The vintage Valentines are just, they don't make them like they used to, do they? Some more scrap ephemera. You can journal on the back. There's a tag you could add ribbon to and add whatever you would like on top. This is one of my favorite vintage Valentines. He's the same image I used in my Valentine kitty clips this year. And all the books have some pages from Red Riding Hood, just like I made the pocket out of. This is a pocket with a journaling card and some vintage ledger paper in it. This is hard because this is the third time I've done this video, and I feel like I've kind of worn out my talking. So bear with me as I go through these. I'm sorry. This is there's a piece of gift wrap, vintage gift wrap scraps in all the books, and this is one of the vintage Valentines. Some more little notebook paper and decorative papers and journaling spots. This is some fun pom-pom trim I added to the books. I love the colors. It's very dangly, so it kind of flops around, but I still think that's fun. All the books have the same paper collection. It's actually from a couple different collections made by Authentique, and I think they were collections from the last year or two. They're not current for this year. They're a year or two old. I love this image. This dress is so pretty. I thought that would work well in these Valentine books. All the books have some envelopes made out of, they're like envelope pockets, I guess you could call them, and they're made out of doilies. And if you go on my Instagram, in my bio, under the highlights section, I have a little video that shows how to make these. It's really simple, and it's just a fun thing to add to your journals, or you could use these for Happy Mail. A little felt heart adhesive sticker. And this little glassine bag has some little sentiments and phrases that you can add to your pages, and some little photo frames that would fit like a 2x2 picture. And on this page, I have a pocket with a glassine bag that has a little sentiment. And inside is a poem. And this little, it's to mimic like a vintage button card. And I got this from an Etsy shop called Chocolate Rabbit. And I will share in the description box here and probably on an Instagram post all the Etsy shops I used for printables in these journals. But this one's cute. It had a blank spot for where you could add buttons. So I added vintage buttons to the cards, and they're just attached with a little glue dot, so they can be removed and moved around in your journal. And if you take them off, it'll probably tear up a little, bit of the paper, but you can always cover that with washi or some like little word phrases or something, or you can just leave it as is. Some little mini pom-pom trim on the pocket there. This is a little book page pocket using a Pride and Prejudice book page. That's my favorite love story, so I wanted to be sure to add that in there. I'm going to stick him to the side. All the books have a Cinderella book page in them because that's another love story I really like. These little doily pockets have some little journaling cards and a vintage playing card, some mini Valentine flashcards, a little ticket. And the more things you put in these pockets, it'll kind of fill them up and things won't slide around so much. Another Valentine in a book page pocket. And another one of the little doily envelopes. And this bag just has a bunch of little tickets that you can use to make tabs in your journal, or just use them as decorative parts of on your page. There's a little jukebox label that's vintage. This is one of my favorite journaling pages because there's so much space, because it's a fold out and there's lines on both sides. It's a really nice weight too. Some more vintage ephemera. I love this postcard image. You can journal on the back of that. All the books have a flashcard, vintage flashcard in it. Sorry, bumped the camera. And I love these little church offering envelopes. There's a little vintage card on the back side of that page. but I put a vintage pink Rolodex card and some vintage seals in these envelopes. There's 3 little seals in there. There's a little hot air balloon and a heart. And these are just nice, fun little places to tuck little bits into. And I just had that paper clipped here. So that way you can take it out, move it around, add things to it. And she can go right here. I want to try to flip through these since I have 3, and they're all very similar, so I just want to go kind of quickly. This is another tuck spot. I love these little anthropomorphic Valentines, so little talking food and objects. I think they're so cute. And I added these little tags with string because it reminds me sort of tea bags. So these are all movable items. A seed packet that has a doily envelope that I made and a bunch of little small ephemera in there. I just put them in a bag so they don't get lost at the bottom of the packet. And all the books have little fabric tabs. This one has cherries on it. There's a little chenille tab, the pom-pom trim, this little strawberry fabric. I really like that one too. Fold out page. Little kitten Valentine, a Yahtzee scorecard. All the books have a page from this Hallmark book called So Many Kinds of Love. Really sweet little images. There's a time card. It's got lines on both sides. A little Valentine and a vintage index card. Some more journaling paper and a postcard for journaling on. And then this is another one of the vintage Valentines. And kind of a thick, puffy heart with adhesive on the back. And a little accordion style tickets to journal on. So that is Shy Little Kitten. Put that one to the side. And then I have 2 little Red Riding Hood covers. And the covers are the same. They have the same vintage embroidered trim and the same vintage gift wrap and that pink floral on the back. And because this is a wonder book, the inside's a little different. So I love this illustration, so I left this as is, and I just put some vintage gift wrap on the back page. And the inside of this is very similar. Like I said, I used the same collections and the same ephemera. The one difference between or among the 3 books is that the vintage book pages inside are different on each one because obviously they're one of a kind. So that's going to vary a little bit. So I do want to at least flip through each of the books so you can see the differences that might make a difference to someone. And if you have any questions about any of the journals, please let me know down in the comments below. I am happy to answer any questions. You can also DM me on Instagram. I'll be checking all of that today, so I am happy to answer any questions. Here's the little envelope with the Denizen seals and the Rolodex card in it. They all have these printed pages too. I printed this on really nice, really smooth quality paper. So there's a variety of textures and weights in the papers in this journal. The ledger papers are really nice. This is a really nice thick one. I'm not a big talker, so these longer videos are hard for me, especially when the journals are very similar. So that's something I definitely need to work on. I hope this one turned out. Oh my gosh, these videos have been just, the quality and the lighting. I feel like I have a ton of lighting and my videos are still dark and not super clear, but I promise they are going to get better this year. That is one of my main goals this year, is to improve my videos and do more videos. So that will be coming. This is a vintage Valentine. So thank you for checking these out, and there's a little spot to journal underneath there. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch these. This is exactly the same as the other journal, with the little sentiments and the photo frames inside. The little envelope. There's the bag with the button card in it. These were so much fun to make. I love all the sweet little images, and of course I love pink, so that makes it really fun. I love this vintage ad. The colors in it are so great. That is something I just printed from Pinterest. And all the books have a little pink circus ticket. Somehow I ended up with 3 pink circus tickets in my stash, so I added those to the journals. Journal on the back of that postcard. They all have a vintage flash card in them. And the seed packet with the ephemera, and then there's another little doily envelope in there. This is the gift wrap scrap for this journal, and the little book page, Hallmark book page. And there's the teacup tuck spot, and the little lace pockets with some journaling cards and ephemera and flashcards. So I just kind of combine things differently on the different journals, but it all has the same kind of items for the most part. So there's the little accordion tickets and the felt heart, and this is another vintage Valentine. So when I list these, I'm not sure. What I'll probably do is include a few photographs in the listing so you can differentiate between the different journals. So maybe I will definitely include this photo here, so you can tell like the 2 Red Riding Hood ones apart. I'll try to include some photos that kind of distinguish the 2. Like, for example, this scrapbook paper here, the black with the XOXO on it and the keys, that is not one of the papers that is in either of the other journals. It's not in the other Red Riding Hood journal. So that would be one way to tell this one apart. So I just thought of that. Okay, and this is the second Red Riding Hood journal. So see how it has a different book page there. Georgie Porgy. This is some glitter velvet ribbon there on the edge of that page. I love this pocket. This is a really sweet, small Red Riding Hood book. Oh, actually, this one does have the black and white XOXO page. I was wrong on that. So I'll include a lot of photos on the Etsy listing, so it'll be easy to tell them apart. This has some ephemera in it. That's the little church offering envelope. And the vintage Valentine, one of them there. Yeah, so these have 194 pages, front and back, and they're nice and full. There's still plenty of room to add embellishments and things to the pages, and it'll close just fine. But that's a lot. My last set of journals had about 170 pages, and I feel like that one's a little more doable of a size, for me, for my time, because these took me a long time, and I think part of it was just so many pages and so much to add to each, or to many of the pages. So, and I want to have a variety of price points on journals, this year. So that is something I will definitely be mindful of moving forward. So these are going to be priced a little higher because there's so much ephemera and there's so many pages, and of course the time that it took to make these. See packet. I love this strawberry gift wrap. That's the little scrap for this book. Another pocket with some journaling ephemera. And the time card and a Valentine. So I've got paper clipped in. And this is the other vintage Valentine in this book. So thank you so much for checking these videos out. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. And I am happy to answer whatever questions you have. These will be in my shop, as I mentioned. Sorry for the bumping. They will be in my Etsy shop tonight. It's Kitty Witty Papercraft. And they will be in my shop at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.